Hi everybody, it's Josh with Talk About Trek, and it is once again Work Tuesday, that wonderful day of the week where we get to sit down and talk about whatever Star Trek things that I feel like talking about this week. And boy, do we have a very exciting week planned this week, I should say. First off, what we have to do, and a good way, honestly, to start any show. Maybe we'll make this a thing. But we won't have one to open every week, obviously. But we do have a toy to open this week, and in honor of the book I just recently finished, and just kind of the the mood I've been on today as well, we're going to open up our Cadet Wesley Crusher. And I know you're asking yourselves, or asking me, you're saying, Josh, why? Why are you opening up that toy, that very rare toy? Well, the reason being is that I already have it. I have it, it's right up there on the wall, and when I bought this one, I was meaning to buy Ensign Wesley Crusher, who has, of course, a different uniform. And my Ensign Wesley Crusher is literally the only one. I'm sorry, I'm looking up at the toys now. It's the only one that is yellowed. I've got all these beautiful looking toys with very clear plastic, and then Ensign Wesley Crusher there is all yellowed out. So I was hoping to pick him up, and I bought this guy instead. But you know what? And you know why that's fine? Because he's not. Let me see. Can we get over there? Yeah, he's not back there. He's not back there. You can't really see, but excuse me. There is a shelf back there containing many TNG toys, and I was surprised that I actually do not have good Mr. Crusher there, so we can remedy that. Oh, and also we got this fantastic new camera, so hopefully let's see if we can get you a very close look at Mr. Crusher. Coming in. Alright, that's... Oh, man. Technology. Fantastic. Alright, anyway. He does come with a space cap, otherwise known as a POG, so I don't know if any of you guys remember slamming your POGs. Of course, we did that when we were kids, slamming POGs all over the place like we were crazy. And what does young Mr. Crusher come with? Now, of course, they would not have given Cadet Wesley Crusher this phaser going off like that. That's ridiculous. But they gave him... Beautiful. You guys remember this, right? This was from... Man. Okay. I'm not that good at my trivia knowledge. I don't remember the name of the exact episode. But I do remember that young Wesley built the portable tractor beam here, which was crucial in saving the Enterprise, right? It wasn't in that one episode, right? The Naked Now? I don't know. Anyway, portable tractor beam, and the, of course, does come with a tricorder as well. But, you know me, I keep all the accessories in this little drawer unit here behind me, and everybody just gets to stand up on their own. No accessories, because, man, that would just get crazy. And, of course, don't forget your Starfleet action base. Anyway, what a good way to start the show, right? Let's open up a toy. Let's talk a little bit about Wesley Crusher, because, again, I just finished up Dayton Ward's To Defy Fate, and it was like the perfect continuation of, getting to see him in action, doing what he does as a traveler. Now, I am huge on Star Trek Prodigy, and I have been, I've talked about this before. I even started a series where I started to go through each episode, and one day I will go back to that, because it is deserving of its own very detailed kind of walkthrough, right? So, let me see here. We're just going to pull it up here because I want to talk a little bit about, well, basically the second season of Star Trek Prodigy kind of featured in the beginning a mysterious character who was contacting them and kind of helping them along, and that character was revealed to be the traveler Wesley Crusher, who comes back. Let's see, where am I looking here? Here we go. Who comes back and is able to help the young Prodigy crew to, kind of set things right, and and like there's this whole big arc, right? And it's fantastic. And again, I encourage everyone out there that if you have not given Prodigy a chance, definitely make sure that you do so. So we're going to be looking at an episode called The Devourer of All Things. And this was a two-part here. And let's see how much detail we've got here. Again, Memory Alpha is absolutely fantastic, right? Look at the amount of detail that people have put into this episode. I was hoping we could find a picture of Wesley from the episode, and it looks like we're not going to, but basically, this was a fantastic look at him in his kind of next form, right? As he's actually monitoring the timeline. There are even like, I love the references to like the parallel universes, the split universes, the mirror universes, all this kind of stuff, and all that, it comes up there. So, and I guess I'm just happy that this book was able to add to his lore, and in my mind it all goes together anyway. I don't really separate the books from the show. I mean, it's all Star Trek to me, so it doesn't really matter. So it all is like what part of one big great story. And I guess while we are on Memory Alpha, see, look, I am definitely going off on many tangents here this Warp Tuesday. I can't believe it's Tuesday again already. This is absolutely crazy. Let's go back here. Look. Check this out. Okay. Journey's End. Again, Wesley Crusher centric episode here. This is when he, at the end actually leaves with the Traveler to become a Traveler. And look at the detail that is here on this page. This is they actually have arcs here. And this is part of the Traveler arc. 3 of 3 of the Traveler arc. So, and again, I feel like every time I come back to look at Memory Alpha again, there's more that they are adding to it, right? It's just incredible. So you can apparently listen to a podcast about it now. It's directly connected there. I'm sure there's a million podcasts about it, to be honest with you. But the arc page is very, very interesting to me. Is this actually going to give it a list? Yes, look at this. 2-part episodes, 3 parts. Oh, man. Dominion Invasion arc, Eddington vs. Cisco arc, Klingon War arc, Changeling Infiltration arc, Kira and Odo arc, Quark and Grilka arc, Nog and AR-558 arc. All right, back up. Hold up. Again, I love the amount of stuff that is out there. I think that's fantastic, right? It's just, Okay. All right, that sound means I need to move on to another topic, right? I actually just clicked a button on a soundboard because I was ready to move on to the next topic. Let's talk about news. What news is there in the world of Star Trek today? Big Star Trek event planned for San Diego Comic-Con 2026, according to the man, William Shatner. Yeah, I mean, I would hope so. Like, for Pete's sake, this is Star Trek 60, all right? You only get one of these every 10 years that you can really kind of milk, And Star Trek 50 was good. I remember Star Trek 50. And it doesn't seem like it was 10 years ago, to be honest with you. And it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I think there's probably... No. Never. And we're not even going there right now. Anyway, he was at something where he was talking about... Bigger than... It was a big Star Trek event. Yeah, okay. Big event is planned to celebrate the 60th anniversary. Event will bring together lots of people and things. But what I'm really hoping to see is some sort of announcement. what direction is Star Trek going to be heading in, and hopefully, that will be a part of what is announced here. If not at the summer Comic Cons, at least hopefully at at the Trek, what am I trying to say? The Trek convention in Vegas, or whatever they decide to put on for Star Trek Day 60. So, you can buy things if you're in this Canadian market to do these auctions. That's cool. Con the Musical is coming to Star Trek Las Vegas 2026 and a community theater near you. All right, that's awesome. I would watch it, and to be honest with you, I would probably enjoy participating in it. So yeah, I will keep my eyes peeled for that. If it comes to my local community theater, sign me up. Right, I'll be Joe Chim or whoever, man. I'm down. I'm down for whatever. And I think that's really all the news that is news. We do have a new book coming out, which is an art book of Lower Decks. And, well, I'm a little worried because it's probably going to be over $30 easy, right? I do love the art of Lower Decks. I think it's fantastic. So, and I am Josh. We talk about Trek, and I do love Star Trek books. So yeah, I will definitely be picking this up. There's not such a thing as a definitely probably be picking this up. But yeah, just again, Easter eggs, all sorts of things that'll be going on in this book. So for me, it will be a pickup. And if you're a Lower Decks fan, and again, if you like the art, that will be something that you will want to check out. All right, what else? What else do we have? I think that was it for all the news from Trek movie. Ooh, okay. A small detour. You'll have to excuse us, okay? Listen, I go to the flea markets around, because you never know what you're going to find. And this is why I go to the flea markets. I found a lot of fun things, and I found a lot of Star Trek things. This is not a Star Trek thing, but this is an incredibly fun thing that for me was I felt like, made me feel like a little kid again. So, now tell me, if you were walking by a table and you saw these bad boys sitting on the table for $25, would you get them? Yeah, these are foils. Yeah, right. I mean, I've never fenced before in my life. Of course, Captain Picard was an avid fencer, and I think seeing him fence when I was a little kid, that was always like, oh man, that would be so fun to do. And of course, the Princess Bride. Oh my God, big fan of the Princess Bride, and the Man in Black versus Inigo Montoya. That scene at the top of the cliff, right? It's such a fantastic scene, and it's just something that kind of sticks in your head, right? So, can you believe this? And of course, Sulu. You can do the Sulu maneuver, right? I don't got a lot of room in my camera here, but yeah, these things are fantastic. I'm gonna get them shined up, and then maybe next week we can do a little bit of a fencing feature. Oh, okay. All right, we're gonna put those away. We're just being silly now. All right. So anyway, in conclusion, we are going to talk about local news. Local news is very important. You got to cover your local news here. And in our local news this week, we have a Federation update. So let's head on over to the Federation's Facebook page here. And this is their, what they kind of keep updated most if you want to know about what is going on locally with the headquarters here, right? First off, check this out. The new sign, looking fantastic, all lit up at the new location, which they are diligently working on here. But they have pushed back their opening day, so now the grand reopening of the Federation headquarters will be scheduled for Monday, June 15th, 2026. So that is the day when you can come on in, check out the new digs, see how everything looks. And again, I cannot wait to be there and to be a part of it. You know, I just want to. I don't know, it's just going to be exciting, right? Just like I wasn't there to be a part of the opening of the store when it officially came to be, so now I can like I feel like I can be a part of this, and that's very exciting to me. So, looking forward to being there. Since we're looking at being in the middle of summer, my kids can even come along too. I know my kids will probably want to help celebrate, the opening. And of course, who doesn't want to take a trip to the mall when they're a kid too? That's always fun. So that's going to be fantastic. Really looking forward to hopefully, well, between now and then, getting up there and helping. I need to help them get things set up, get things moved. I want to help do that as much as I can. But then just to be there for opening day, to be there for the festivities, and hopefully, like I said, maybe help put some things into motion, help plan some things, and take the next step for Federation headquarters, which is going to be awesome. So, yeah, that's it. That's Warp Tuesday, guys. I don't think I have anything else to talk about. We opened a toy. We talked about stuff from Memory Alpha. We covered Wesley Crusher. Um, and we covered the news, local and afar. And we're just very excited because every day brings us kind of like a step closer to things being done, right? All around our house, we're working on projects. I don't know if this is with you guys, but do you always have a million things to do, right? But every day we do a little bit more, we get a little bit closer to completion, and with this room, with other things, we're getting there. And eventually we'll be able to one day go like this, we're done. We can sit back and relax and read some Star Trek books. So, anyway, and that's all for today, guys. Thanks for hanging out and watching. As always, my friends, live long and prosper. We'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good night.